Okay, so I never ever cut my grass all season. I didn't cut the grass all season. And then it was like 3 feet high in some spots. And on May 24th, it was a Thursday, I had to work, so I went to bed. I actually stayed up late and went to bed at like 2 o'clock and got up at 5:30. So sometime in that time frame, I got a letter delivered that was dated Thursday, May 24th. That basically was a letter from the people in the trailer park, and they said, yo, you got to get your grass cut, and there's some other shit that we want you to do. And if you don't do it, then we're going to come and do it, and we're going to charge you $50. And then there was another section in the letter that said we're going to charge you $250, and we're going to expect that money on our next rent cycle, which, like, to me is like in a day, like June, right? So anyway, here's my breakdown of that. As a corporation, Keystone Communities, the place that runs this trailer park, they should have at least given me 3 days notice. You can't put a letter in my mailbox telling me that you want something done tomorrow. What if I didn't come home? What if I didn't come home from work? Like, what if I would have went to work Thursday night, finished, and then went right to do something after work on Friday morning, which I've done many, many times in the past. It just wasn't enough notice. And so that's my argument, that they didn't give me enough notice. But regardless of that, I know that the grass should have been cut. I just have been busy and doing other things and not finding time to do the responsible thing of maintaining my yard. So anyway, when I got the letter on Thursday, on Friday morning, I came into the trailer park and I asked the guy that works for the park if he could cut my grass for me, and he did. He said, yeah, he came and he cut like 90% of the yard. He did all this, everything that I showed in the video. He basically did all of this, like all this. He did all of this. And then everything from the shed back, he did none of this. He did nothing of the 2 feet on the other side of the house, and nothing here in front of the shed. And also he didn't do the patch of the front yard there, because he had a big mower. So I'm like, cool, man, thanks for doing that. I'm going to get at the rest of it tomorrow. And so I actually woke up this morning. Like I said, it's almost 10:30. I got up early so that I could come out here to start cutting this grass. It's fucking raining. It was raining when I was getting ready to attempt that. So I was like, well, I'm just going to wait. So all of a sudden, like, you know, not all of a sudden, it was like minutes and minutes later, I hear a fucking lawnmower running. So I dart out of my house, and here's the guy that works for the trailer park cutting my grass in the front. I'm like, what's up? He's pissed. He's like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to even be here. It's supposed to be my day off, but they called me and they told me that I had to come and do this. And it's like, that sucks for him, but that's his job. So I don't have any empathy toward that. Just because I'm the problem creator doesn't mean that I have to feel bad that this guy's doing his work. You know what I mean? So anyway, so this guy came. He cut all the front yard. Look, I'm going to show it to you now. He cut all the front yard. He weed whacked everything. All this was really long until just like maybe an hour ago. He did all the side of the house and everything. All of it got done. So yeah, so now they want to charge me like $250. I bet that's what they're going to try to do. And I don't want to pay it. Like, I have to go and make the argument that, yo, you didn't give me enough time. It doesn't matter if the grass was 20 feet high. If you wanted me to do something, you have to give me adequate notice as a business, and they failed to do that. And that's it. So anyway, the other thing about this is after he was done cutting, he started weed whacking, and he stopped weed whacking, and I came out my door to investigate what was going on, and he stopped, and he took a picture of all of this, of my 2 lawnmowers, and my rider, and this table, and, you know, all this debris that I have here. But, like, let me justify my debris, okay? A box of junk that is, you know, I could root through it and barely save any camper stuff out of it. You know, obviously not sitting right, a chair, some scrap, I use these tires actually as markers out when I cut the grass, which I don't do. Every single piece of wood that you see at this house, except for this plywood is left over from Grow Show. Every single piece of wood here is packing for the camper. Like, there's not a lot. I feel like, yeah, it looks like shit, but it's like, where can I fucking put everything? Like, my sheds are junk. Like, I'll show you everything. I guess I'm bearing it all. Fuck it, here I go. I definitely know that there's a squirrel living in here. So let's see if he darts out. No. So all my VHS cassettes fell over. Everything's been damaged by birds and squirrels. My AC unit has a little bird shit on it, but it's not that bad. You know, I got the moped back there and broken compressor. I got a lot of shit. I definitely have a lot of fucking junk that I'd like to get rid of. But like some of it is like in here, I'm not taking care of my shit. Like, I bet at least one of these, I know that there's several of these moldy videos that are my home videos from when I was a kid. And I'd at least like to try to fucking salvage those. So, you know, I am a piece of shit. I am a dirty slob person. I don't fucking take care of anything. I don't do any of that. You know, what is that? The grasshopper and the fucking ant? The ant works and fucking gets ready, and the grasshopper just fucking smokes dope and fucking hangs out all day. And then the grasshopper starves. I mean, I'm not starving, but, you know, fuck, whatever. So this is my other shed. It's totally fucking destroyed. This shed was a shed that was on the property when I moved in. And so was this one. Or no, there was a shed here, but it was shit, so I tore it down and I moved this one in. But yeah, in this shed, I got nothing either. I got an old go-kart that I don't drive anymore because I'm stupid and I don't know how to have a lot of fun. And wood and a pallet. That pallet's been there since I fucking knew Pug once. You know what I mean? Like, I never talk about that guy. And that's how old that shit is. It's been there since I've known him. He brought all that insulation that we ended up throwing under the house. I just got some shitty fucking stacked wood. And then you can tell, like, as the grass is shit, where the property line is, kinda. You know, I just got trailer park life, man. I don't know. I don't think that I'm trying to justify my position of being a slob. Because I know that it's not right. But it's just like, it's very much like the Hoarders show, man. My life is just like Hoarders. Like, I watch those people and I'm like, how do those people, sorry, it's got a bug scratch. I'm like, how do those people not get it? They don't get it? Like, this is, you're walking on 6 feet of fucking shit. So, but that's me. I don't cut my grass. I don't do my yard work. I don't take my trash out until it's a fucking huge issue. Everybody's always mad at me and I'm like ostracizing myself from fucking social fucking interactions that I don't ultimately care about, but I'm still, oh, I gotta close the shed, but I'm still ostracizing myself nonetheless, because everybody fucking hates me. And then I want to get penalized, and then they want to penalize me, the fucking trailer park community, for these issues that they have to do, and it's like, we want you to cut your grass. So what did I do? I got 90% of the fucking job done, and they still sent some fucking idiot out here to fucking fuck with me, man. And it's just like, I don't know. Am I whining? Am I whining? I should have just cut the grass because that's what normal people do. I don't like cutting the fucking grass. So why should I have to fucking stress myself about it? Now, they're probably going to try to charge me $250 to fucking, for what they did. And I'm going to have to fight that and not pay it and probably end up going to the tribunal over it and keeping that letter and making the argument that, hey, you're a business that didn't give me 3 days notice. Whether I should have had the grass cut or not, you asked me to do something and you did not provide adequate fucking notice for me to get that job done. And even after I made a valid attempt to get the job done in the time frame that you requested, it obviously wasn't good enough because you had to send somebody here to fucking try to take my fucking money from me. So anyway, after 5 minutes of fucking complaining, I'm done talking about the grass. I didn't want to leave all the negative grass bullshit in the video because today's going to be a dope day. It's Saturday. And if you watched the videos for a long time, remember when I met Jonathan Torrens and fucking Jeremy Taggart? When I went on the Canadianity tour, they were in London. And I met them. And that was cool. So they're doing their 150th podcast in London tonight. So that's what's up. I'm going to go out to London and see the podcast. I'm going to pick up Mima, bring her back to Essex, and she's going to dye my hair for me. Tomorrow's my dad's birthday, so things are lined up to be pretty good. I didn't want to be stressful about the grass, but I had no choice. So anyway, that's this clip. I probably don't think I'm going to be picking up the camera anymore today now until I get to London, because this is like 6 minutes long. Anyway, whatever. Whoop, whoop.
Touring this podcast, I guess a year or so ago, year and a half ago, they were like, what do you guys want in your rider? We're like, oh man, really? A rider? So we said, salt and minis and some Chicago mix. And so you forget when you say these things out loud that people take them as gospel, and everywhere we go, someone has actually run out to get some Chicago mix and some chippies. So let's pass those around too. Take half a bag of both. Yeah. Actually, maybe, can you take them back? Get off the couch and turn around, make it clap, I want to hear that sound, the jeans circling, toucan hair, my eyes straight up like toucan sound. If I should be on Instagram, I want to dive in, that's my master plan. Shove it like a different makes the turn, show up for the leadership to watch you twerk. I'm an asthmatic, slap a sticker on it, movie and a jiffy. Girl, I know you want to get you up on the horse and look under the hood. There's no way a tiny human should be looking that good. I want to smack it, crack it, birthday batty whack it, take it to Peru cause I want to backpack it, shape it, hold it, mold another GG and I sold it like a steering wheel around is driving me nuts. No ifs, no ands, and only one run. How many times have you sat out on the deck, getting wrecked, and waiting to collect a check? No one that's as good as life is ever going to get home when you're from the park, it's in your blood, it's in your sweat. Debts and doubts and bets and bouts of insanity. Is it society, or is it just vanity that makes me plan to be the man that I plan to be? Instead I can't see the forest right in front of me. For the trees, it's a social disease. All the other MCs are on my back like, so please, change the ROC so hard, oh, we can't even get royalties from me. Oh my goodness, they're gonna come get me, steal a whole album worth of samples, cause a lefty cold stole it, I've been ready to make my girl my wife, look at her wife, give her wife, that's a trail about life.
Alright, so, my dad's birthday was a complete fucking disaster. Now, it's, Sunday night at, I don't know, like 7:30, 8 o'clock. And I said, you know what? I don't feel like I live in the trailer park enough. Let's cut the Iceman's hair outside.
That's right.
So we got Mima getting it together. What do you got, Mima?
Just getting my stuff together.
Yeah. Look, we got the camper opened up. It looks sick. Got the AC on. Getting it opened up for the season. Gotta do this kitchen thing, whatever. Look at the bed, because this is the fucking money shot, baby. Oh, the AC on, it feels good as fuck. Bed's almost made. Bathroom though, still a little bit yet to be desired. I gotta get some of these things sorted out, but all in all, she's ready to pull to Ohio to NoFX next week, and that's dope as fuck. And that makes me feel real good. So now, I think what I'm gonna do is, I didn't install my air conditioner in my house yet, so I'm thinking what I should do is live in my camper all week leading up to NoFX. It's going to be great. I love doing that, and I haven't been able to do it, and now that the camper's open, might as well do it. So, now, I can't figure out why my laptop won't connect to my Wi-Fi out here in the camper. I gotta get some jams playing. What up, though? Okay, so it's Monday morning right now at 8:15, and I'm awake for the day, I guess. I mean, Couple hours anyway before I go to work. Me was gonna dye my hair today, half green and half pink for No Effects that I'm going to on the weekend, so get that done later today. I just want to talk about two quick things real quick as like the update to the vlog. I literally just woke up like 10 minutes ago. Okay, the first thing on my mind is this. And as I was taking the morning poop, I'm scrolling through my timeline on Facebook, and you know the Dude Where's My Challenge channel? 25 minutes ago they posted this post. It says, "Some bad news, the channel was deleted by YouTube this morning, and I'm not sure on our chances on bringing it back. We've been working hard on new content recently that abides by new rules, and we're even hiding old content just in case it was against the rules. Unfortunately, I wasn't fast enough to hide all the content. We'll keep fighting and hopefully get our channel back. Losing a 1 million subscriber channel and all the videos we've filmed over 8 years is a difficult thing to deal with right now, and I hope that this isn't the end and we'll be given a second chance." And he's got another paragraph about it, just saying thanks. Dude. That fucking sucks. Like, it makes me not want to create content. That's what that does. When these 1 million channel subscribers, or excuse me, when these 1 million subscriber channels are getting shut down, and it's great content. Like, it's great content. Where's My Challenge? All they ever did was eat shit, throw up, play games, drinking games. It was just a challenge show. It was just a challenge channel. It was fucking awesome. And then, like, the money apocalypse happened or whatever, and they slowed down big time on making content. And now their channel's deleted. I think sometime in the next couple days, I don't know, I'm probably going to set Grow Show to private. And, I don't know, man. That shit fucking sucks. Like, I'm just, like I said 3 times already, I'm just kind of waking up, so my brain isn't as sharp as it should be. But, man, I mean, what else can I really expand on saying other than the fact that that fucking sucks, man? Like, how you gonna do that, YouTube, to these fucking guys? How you gonna take their 1 million fucking subscriber channel and they're getting hundreds of thousands of views per video? They're not doing drugs. They don't even talk about drugs on that channel. The closest thing to drugs they did on that channel was alcohol drinking. That's it. Sucks for them. I feel bad. I feel bad for them, and also at the same time, I feel extremely nervous about my 1,000 fucking subscriber channel. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay. Enough stalling on sentences about that, but hopefully we don't get fucked around here. Like, if YouTube just straight up deletes my channel, with the exception of, like, basically everything that we've ever done live, I do not have a backup of that because it's on YouTube, because we stream directly to YouTube. But, like, anything, like 99% of the shit that I've ever filmed, my final project, I've saved offline. So, like, basically every vlog, every Why Would You Do That we've ever not done live, all the old positive vibes for the first 2 or 3 years that we did those. Anyway, okay, so that's it. That's it. I'll give more channel updates when I figure them out. Now I'm going to talk about a little bit of drama in my personal life. And then I'll just wrap up this clip. So I'm going to keep talking for a few minutes now. Okay. So, today is Monday. It's my dad's birthday today. He's 85 years old. Yesterday was Sunday, a weekend, a day that I didn't have to work. So he called me up. Okay. So my dad's pissed. He wants out of that rehab facility. So last week, we went to visit him And, okay, sorry. Just thinking all over the place. Okay, last week we went to visit my dad, and he wanted to come home, and he wanted to spend the night because of the holiday that was last week, Memorial Day or whatever. And my mom's like, no, I got a doctor's appointment, really can't bring you home this weekend, but we'll definitely do it next weekend for your birthday. So that's exactly how that shit went down. I went out to Leamington yesterday, and I picked him up. I'm going to sit for a few minutes. I went to Leamington yesterday, and I picked up my dad, and what happened with it was all kinds of shit. I'm going to tell it out of fucking place probably. So my dad calls me. He wants me to go pick him up. I go and get him at the time that he wants. We leave the building, and then once we get out of the building, my dad goes, I broke my wristband off. They have like tracking wristbands. He's like, I broke my wristband off and I flushed it down the toilet last night. And I'm like, why would you do that? He's like, because I don't want it on, period. He was just real mad and shit that he's been there for so long. So he goes, basically what my dad said yesterday is he says, I picked him up yesterday on Sunday, and he's like, okay, here's what's happening. I'm going home until at least Wednesday, and I'm not going back to the rehab facility. And if you try to make me go back, I'll just escape, and I'll fucking I'll hitchhike somewhere, and I'll go and do my own thing. And it just got really, really, really bad. Like, he kept just saying, like, the worst shit. Like, he's just like, I'll just run away. I'm like, Dad, you can't run away. You're 85. You could barely fucking walk. And he's like, don't matter. I'll fucking do it anyway. And so on and so forth. And so finally it got to the point where I got so mad at him for talking all this shit that I had to pull over onto the side of the road. And he got so mad that I pulled over on the side of the road that he wanted to exit the vehicle and, like, fucking start hitchhiking to go somewhere. So, like, wherever, away from us. And then, so anyway, we convinced him to get back into the car. And he did. So now we're driving to Essex. And, like, I don't know. It doesn't matter. You know, look on a map if you want. Look for Leamington down by Point Peely. We drove from Essex to Leamington. We picked him up. And then I wanted him to give me directions home. So he gives me directions all the way through Kingsville and then through Harrow because he wants to go to some fucking back road to find scrap. And I'm in Mima's car. We took Mima's car. There's no room for... He's like, I just want to go look. I'm like, all right, we'll go and look. But, like, you know, you didn't even ask. You just took me on a wild goose chase for no reason. And so he takes me down the road that he thinks the fucking scrap is on. And he forgets. He totally forgets where the fucking address is. So, like, we wasted all this gas driving around trying to fucking find something that we never even ended up finding. So, we get to Essex, and we unload him out of the car. We get him in the house. I'm telling my mom about all the bullshit that went on because, like, I literally had to pull over on the side of the road because I'm like, look, if all you're doing is threatening that you're going to escape, we can't take you home. Because there's no way that you're going to be able to sleep there for one night, let alone the 3 nights that for sure you're not going to sleep there. Because if we're all sleeping, now we can't trust you. We think you're going to take your fucking keys and fucking steal your truck. So now we're going to have to hide your keys. You know what I mean? In a preventative measure to prevent you from escaping. He's like, it don't matter. I'll fucking smash my truck window and hotwire the truck and I'll fucking drive away. And we're like, okay, man, like, now we for sure can't trust you. You know what I'm saying? So you're fucked. Like, we're not letting you drive anywhere, and you can't be unattended. And so, you know, we ended up, telling the story a little bit out of thing is, we took him to Essex. We We took him to Essex anyway, because when I got mad at him for talking shit about establishing these trust issues with us and how it's not now a good idea to let him sleep, he's like, fine, take me back to the home. I'll fucking go back to the home right now. And I was ready to do it, because I don't like taking shit from nobody, not even my old 85-year-old Alzheimer's fucking father. I don't take shit from anybody. And so he... I ended up, though, deciding not to do that because the whole family was supposed to go meet for dinner. And, like, I'm already a piece of shit, so imagine how big of a piece of shit I would be if I didn't fucking deliver the old man for dinner, right? So we bring him to Essex, and it's about an hour and a half until dinner time. It's 3:30. Eat at 5. And like I get there and my mom's talking to me in the kitchen and my dad's been inside the house for like 3 minutes and my mom hasn't even greeted him yet because I've been talking to her. And I'm like, go talk to him. So she goes and walks into the living room and I stay in the kitchen out of sight. I don't hear anything. And then like a minute later, I just hear all this bullshit. Like my mom's accusing my dad, excuse me, of throwing some shit at him. Like a magazine. My mom is accusing my dad of throwing some shit, like a newspaper or a magazine or something, in her general direction, not at her out of anger. And she's like, why are you throwing that at me? So, like, instantly instigating the fucking problem, right? But we go there, and then that happens, and then, so I run out into the room to try to figure out what the fuck's going on. And to diffuse the situation, Mima's with me. To diffuse the situation, Mima comes in the room and she's like, hey Don, happy birthday, I got you this gift. It's a gift from me and her. It doesn't matter what was inside the box. It was crossword puzzles and fucking cookies. And you know, she's like, here you go Don, happy birthday. Nobody else gave my dad a gift yet today. He goes, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want the gift. He never said fuck off, but he might as well have. So Mima left the gift on the floor of the bedroom, and that made my mom cry because, you know, obviously. And then I got really pissed off that my dad wouldn't accept the gift, and I'm like, Dad, you made Mom cry. And he's like, so what? He just doesn't fucking care about anything. And then, so anyway, so we take him to dinner, and we go to take him to dinner. We all arrive at the Chinese food. My mom, oh, actually, that's not even, I missed the most important part. So, so my mom's crying now because my dad refuses the gift Mima got. My mom is crying. So what happens, I get super pissed off and I was going to hang out there for an hour and a half until it was time to go to dinner, but I got so upset, I was like, listen, man, fuck this, Mom. Like, I didn't say fuck this to my mom because she was already upset, but I just like, I looked at her and I'm like, look, I already pulled over on the side of the road. It was a big fight. I'm having like my own emotional issues right now with Dad. If it's okay with you, I'm not going to hang out. I'll just meet you for dinner. And she's like real upset, but she understands my position and she's like, yeah, that's fine. So then I leave. It's 3:30ish, and I leave the house, and I go home, and we're getting ready to go to dinner, you know, and at about 4:30, we don't have to be there for 5, and it's 5-minute drive away, right? So at 4:30, my mom calls me on the phone, and she's like, oh, your fucking dad escaped the house while I was in the fucking back, or whatever. It doesn't matter where she was, but the point is, she said, I put your dad's suitcase in my car. Which, by the way, when my dad packed and we knew he was only coming for one night, he said he packed everything that he had at the facility in his suitcase. Like he was getting ready to never go back to that place. So my mom put his suitcase in the car, and she says that made him so mad that he decided to run away. That's what my dad did yesterday. After fighting with us from Leamington all the way back, after taking me on a wild goose chase and burning twice the amount of gas to get home that it took to fucking drive from London to Essex. You know what I'm saying? All that grief that he put us through, just threatening to fucking leave and run away. And then he does it. He fucking did it. You know what I mean? So my mom calls me, and she's like, your dad ran away. We got to find him. We got to go to dinner. There's a reservation. So, you know, I rush to get ready. Whatever, not a big rush. We pile in the car. We go driving to find my dad. My mom found him before we could find him. And then she tells me this story about it later. She says, oh, I was looking for your dad on the street, and then this man that your dad would never go to his house, he went there to this guy's house, and he started talking to this stranger, the neighbor-ish guy, and that he was like, I don't know, I wasn't there, I didn't see the house, okay? But my mom's like, he was like hiding behind a pillar at this guy's house, just like hiding behind something, and yeah, so like my dad was like, he ran away, and then he was hiding at a stranger's house, you know, and like we had to go pick him up. My mom picked him up, I wasn't with her. And then, after all of this, okay, we finally get to dinner. We get inside, we sit down for dinner. My dad goes on a hunger strike. He's like, I'm not eating food. I don't want anything to eat. Basically, he's like, fuck off, basically. So, my mom makes him a plate of fucking food, and he sits there and he stares at it, and then he finally starts eating a little bit of it. And then I go up for my second plate of food. I grab food that I know he would like. I put it on his plate. He eats a couple bites of it. And then he gets up and he excuses himself to the bathroom, which now I've got to watch the exits on the building like a hawk because I can't trust him. And then, and this is close to the end of the story now. And then, my brother, how long have I been talking? 20 minutes, holy. Anyway, it's all relevant about my dad. I like sharing this story, so I don't mind the long clip. So anyway, my dad excuses himself to the bathroom. Now I'm watching all exits so that he doesn't escape, because he literally just did. And he goes into the bathroom at the restaurant. My brother's there with his 2 kids in the bathroom. The oldest one leaves. The youngest one and my dad are still there. My brother tells me later in a private conversation, like away from the family, I don't mind sharing this now, that he's like, oh, I was in the bathroom with the boys, and then Dad came in there, and then one of them left. Dad's telling me, oh, I'm sick of blah, blah, blah. Everybody's telling me what to do. I'm sick of it. I don't care if I drop dead today. I'm just done. You know what I mean? And my dad threatening that he hopes he drops dead today is nothing new. He's been old as fuck. He's been saying it for over 10 years. But this time him saying it was bad because he was saying it to my brother in a public restroom in front of his young son. And my brother's like, don't say that, especially in front of my kid, let alone in front of me. My dad's like, Craig said, my dad's like, oh, I don't care. I don't care. You know? So it's like, we love my dad, right? But he's being a fucking retard. Like, after that whole story that I told, there's no need to expand on that. You know, he's just being a fucking idiot. And it's not like it's dementia playing up or anything like that, because he's always been this way. He's always been this way. And he thinks that he's gonna fucking get out of the rehab and fucking go scrapping and like he's just gonna resume life as normal. And you know, the truth is that I don't know what his insides feel like, but he doesn't want to slow down, he doesn't want to stop, he doesn't want to fucking do anything except scrap. All he wants to do is get out of the fucking whatever facility he's in, and he just wants to come home and make money. That's all he wants to do. He has no other goals. He doesn't want to do anything except fucking make cash. And we're just like, stop. Like, slow down. Take a fucking break. Like, go ahead and fucking die already. You know what I mean? Like, not die already, but like, slow down and retire. Like, you're 86. You took care of your family for your whole life. Like, you know, you don't need to do that anymore. Basically, you haven't been doing anything financially for the family for almost a year. So, like, we're getting along without you. It's fine. Just relax, man. But he doesn't want that, and he's made all these threats to the family about running away and wishing that he was dead and not eating. But later, okay, so anyway, the story's all out of place. So he came to the restaurant on a hunger strike. My mom put a plate of food in front of him. He reluctantly ate some of it. Then I put food on his plate. He reluctantly ate some of that. Then he excused himself to the bathroom, said all that shit to my brother, and then when he came out of the bathroom, he walked right up to the buffet by himself and served himself like a pretty big plate of noodles. So he ended up eating, and it's just, I don't know, man. Now I'm just kind of like at a loss for words. Right now, suddenly I'm at a loss for words. But in summation to my dad's story, we went and picked him up so that he could spend the night on his birthday like he wanted to last week, but we couldn't do that. And now because he wanted to stay until Wednesday and we couldn't do that for him, he's an all or nothing kind of guy. He's like, fuck you then. I'm running away or I'm going back to the home. And basically, like after the story that I just told you, my dad was such a fucking piece of shit yesterday that... Like, he went home. He definitely went home. There's no way that my mom took him back to the house after dinner. So, like, here's just two more quick things. So, after dinner, my mom took my dad back to the rehab facility, and it's his birthday today, and nobody's calling him. Nobody's going to see him. He's just can go hang out with all his old fucking friends that he doesn't have at the fucking rehab. That, and then, what was the other thing? Fuck, I can't remember what the other thing was, but whatever, man. My dad's got me super emotional, and it makes things real, like, difficult. And, I don't know what I'm going to do about it. And then my dad, like, he's only in that rehab for 30 more days, and when he gets home in June, you know, what's he going to do? Oh, here's one of the other things I wanted to say about my dad. We're all telling him that he can't drive anymore, he can't drive this and that. So now, at dinner yesterday, he's making all more threats. He's like, well, I'm just going to sell my truck. I'm just going to sell my truck, and then nobody can use it. And it's just like, it doesn't even make... And then he's like, I don't care if I sell it for 25 bucks. And I'm like, dude, you're fucked. Like, he's just a meanie. He's a meanie. But also, you know, in summation, after all that shit talking, like, imagine if you're an 85-year-old fucking guy, excuse me, and all you ever do is work and work and work all the time. You know, imagine if you just did whatever you wanted to do, whenever you wanted to do it, and then nobody ever questioned your motives or what the fuck was going on. And now for the last year, you have to submit to everybody. Like, you have to submit to me, you have to submit to my mom, you have to submit to all the staff, you're going to hospitals for surgeries and all these different things. And it's just like, I think that I can understand the concept of perhaps feeling helpless. But it's like, yo, even if you feel helpless, man, like, you have to understand that you were real sick and now we're rehabilitating you. He doesn't want to hear any of that. So anyway, you know, I think probably 20 minutes about talking about it is enough. I'm going to get that, I got to get those Grow Show videos on private. If the channel gets deleted, I don't know, man. Probably, like, honestly, if my channel got deleted, I would probably take a break from creating YouTube content. And then if I took a break, it would probably translate into not making any more content for the deleted notslim1 channel and just giving up on YouTube. And occasionally making one, like, special videos, but not weekly vlog. I don't know. Hello. So yeah, man, it's just a bunch of fucking bullshit. My dad's fucked, and my channel might get deleted, and the only good thing about the weekend is that we did get the camper cleaned off a bit, which looks real nice. And the worst part was, like, all up here, all up this area here, it was all full of shit. I rinsed it with the hose real quick, and hit it with a little dish soap and a brush, and got all that shit off, but only barely. And now I'm going to pull it to NoFX next week. So we're Monday now. I'm going to NoFX Camp Pumpkin Drublic this Friday. And that's going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then we're going to come home on Monday. So it's pretty likely that on Monday, I will not put out a vlog next week because I will be doing a ton of driving. Like it's 5 hours, but it's on a Monday. I'm basically going to come home and go to bed because I got to go to work, right? So Monday, next Monday, no vlog because I'll be having to go through all my NoFX footage. And so not next Monday, but the following Monday, I'll put out the NoFX vlog. And that'll be cool. Give me a weekend to skip on vlogging dumb shit. And then after that, man, it's time for the fucking gathering. Like, after, I think it's only around like 50 days or some shit right now until the gathering. And less than 7 days. We're all Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And we leave on Friday. So I go in 4 days to NoFX, Legend Valley, Ohio. It's going to be so sick. Anyway, I feel like 25 minutes is too long to talk to the camera, but I will turn the camera on one more time at the end of getting my hair dyed so that I can show you what's up. I'll talk to you more about it in a few minutes. Whoop whoop. So, what's up?
Oh, I thought I broke it.
Me and Mima are destroying the camper, getting it clean for this weekend, but she just was like, yo, I want to help the Iceman go to the gathering, and she donated 40 bucks. And also, I posted it on Facebook, but I didn't say anything about it yet in the vlog. Zooted sent 103 American dollars also for the Iceman's Gathering Fund, which is super sweet. Thanks, Mima.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Zooted. And now we're at, we're probably at around like 330 of 500 American dollars for our goal. So that's pretty fresh. I'll give another update about it on Wednesday. Mima, we just had this conversation, not on the camera, but these are not pumpkin drublic colors, right?
Nope.
They're not bad colors, Mima. This way. No, this way. I like this though. They're not bad colors. They're just much darker. Here, hold this. Just point it at me for a quick second. Not the titties, Mima. People don't want to see my titties.
Sure.
Some dudes on the internet definitely desperately want to see my titties. They do love it. But, so this is kind of more what I was going for here. Do I look like any of these? Do I look more like the beer can though than I look like the fucking album?
The beer can's a lot lighter than your hair. No.
It's not that bad. I feel like it's more like royal colors. They're deeper than these pastel colors. And it makes me feel like, because my hair's clean, so it's like poofed out like this right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like a gay Joker. Right? I like the green. The Kelly green looks badass, especially in the light and stuff. But definitely, I feel like the pink is like not what's up, right?
There was a soft pink that was kind of back.
I got the hot pink. I got the
This
hot.
one was a soft pink.
Softer than what I did for Carnival of Carnage.
Yes. Yes.
I think these colors are a little bit dark in comparison to these examples, but I think it looks great. Thanks for doing my hair for me. Okay, anyway, with all that bullshit out of the way, Mima's getting ready to leave in a couple of minutes here, and then also, it's got to be around 2:30, 3 o'clock. It's probably around 2:30 in the afternoon right now on Monday. I'm just going to throw this last clip that I just filmed onto the end of the vlog, produce that shit, and then I think I'm sleeping in the camper all week, Mima. I think it's a smart fucking move, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just fucking party in the camper by myself by ways of sleeping.
Yeah.
My air conditioner's not installed in here, and I do have an air conditioner in the camper, which is like definitely a benefit. because the last week or two here it's been hot sleeping, so I'm getting like less sleep. But I'm stoked. I'm stoked to fucking sleep in the camper. All that negativity that I just spoke about for a half an hour in the previous clip, I'm feeling over it right now. I'm sure it'll come back and hit me later in the week. But with the new hairdo, I'm feeling real good, and I'm getting stoked for this weekend. Right, Mima? No effects?
No effects.
It's going to be sick. All right, thank you, Mima.
You're welcome.
Everybody else, thanks for watching this video. Pardon me. Like I said, I will not put out another video next week because of me attending this festival. So the following week, I guess, would be Monday, June 7th will be the next vlog. But we will be doing a Positive Vibes this week and next week. So stay tuned for all of that. Okay, that's it. You got anything to say?
It's fucking hot.
It's mad hot. I can't wait to go sleep in the fucking camper for real. Alright, well, thanks again for doing my hair, Mima.
You're welcome.
Alright, everybody else, we'll see you next week, okay? Whoop, whoop.
Bye-bye.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.